Hi everyone, welcome to Ravi MTech Computers. This is M Ravi. My qualification is MTech Computer Science from JNT campus. Okay, if you are watching my channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and activate bell icon also. Okay, we will go to our topic. So now we are going to learn how C language was developed and what are the reasons that leads to development of C language. We are going to discuss now. As all of you know that system software is one of the system software is operating system. It is the mandatory software in all the computers or in all the laptops, in all the smartphones. Okay, without operating system, we cannot start our computer. Our computer cannot function properly. But operating system means what? It is also a software. Software means what? It is a set of programs. Set of programs. Program contains set of instructions. But who will develop the operating system? For example, if I want to write something on the paper, I need a pen. Similarly, if you want to develop the operating system software or any software, we need a language. 1960, lot of research people gathered and they want to develop a language using which they can develop the operating system software. Okay, they are searching for developing a new language. So in the year 1960, I will write with respect to table, in which year which language was developed. Developed by and language name. So in the year 1960, a lot of research people gathered and they formed a committee whose name is International Committee. They developed a language called as whose name is ALGOL 60. ALGOL means algorithmic language. Algorithmic language. It was developed by in the year 1960 by the International Committee. International Committee has developed ALGOL language. What is the main purpose of developing a language? To develop the operating system software. In the 1967, they developed, a language whose name is BCPL. It was developed by Martin Richards. It is a scientist name, Martin Richards, at Cambridge University. Cambridge University, he developed BCPL. So BCPL means Basic Combined Programming Language. Basic Combined Programming Language. So even though they developed two languages, ALGOL and BCPL, in between so many other languages also they developed. So, but they are unable to develop the operating system software because those languages are not supporting some of the important concepts which are mainly required for the development of operating system. Okay, so these languages, ALGOL 60, ALGOL language and BCPL and some other languages are unable to develop the operating system software. After developing the BCPL, in the year 1970, B language was developed by Ken Thompson at AT&T Bell Laboratories. So it belongs to USA, AT&T Bell Laboratories. Where the research is going on at the time. So Ken Thompson, the main scientist who developed the B language in the year 1970. So B language was developed by Ken Thompson in the year 1970. So what is the motivation to develop all these languages? To develop the operating system software. But even though they are unable to develop the operating system software, with the help of B language, they are able to develop the earlier version of the operating system, Unix. Okay, but even though it was not popular, why? Because it was failed. So that's why all the languages, existing languages like ALGOL, BCPL and B languages, they are failed to develop the operating system. Why? Because in those languages, some of the features which are required to develop the operating system was missing. They are unable to develop the operating system software. What is the problem with these languages is they are not supporting powerful concepts like not supporting data types. So those are also called as typeless languages. If the data types was not supported by a particular language, it will create a lot of problem. Okay, so it is not supporting data types and it is not supporting pointers concept. Pointers, and it is not supporting files concept also. You may ask one doubt. If these features are not supported by the language, can't we develop the operating system? Obviously we cannot. Why? Because without pointers, the main aim of developing the pointers is to increase the speed of the program execution, to increase the speed and efficiency. Pointers will utilize the memory effectively, and at the same time it will increase the efficiency of the program also. Okay, how it will improve the efficiency of the program in the pointers concept I will discuss in depth. Okay, and why? Because pointers is working with the address. We'll discuss about the pointers in the upcoming concepts, don't worry. So pointers main purpose is to increase the speed and to utilize the memory effectively. So pointers are useful to achieve the dynamic memory allocation also, which we will discuss in the upcoming videos. So coming to the files, files are used to store the data permanently. But by using these languages are not supporting the files. If you are not storing the data permanently, what is the use of the data? The data needs to be stored permanently, not temporarily. So, but these languages are not supporting files, which can store the data permanently. Then one more concept, data types. These are called as typeless languages. They are not supporting the data types. I mean, if the data types are not supported by the language, it will create a lot of problems. For example, if the data types is not there, it will treat the number and name as a single one only. So if it is treating like that, it will create a problem. Why? Because for example, in our context, 10 plus 30 equal to 40. But if it is treating as a like a text data, for example, 10 plus 30 is like a Ravi plus Kumar. Ravi plus Kumar equal to Ravi Kumar. Similarly, if it is treating entire data as a single one, what is the problem? I am explaining. So 10 plus 30 actually it is 40 with respect to number addition. But how it is treating? It is treating like a text data. Everything it is treating like a text data. Then 10 plus 30 becomes what? 1030. It is wrong. If the data type is supported by the language, then it is able to separate the data. It will take the number as a number, text data as a text. Okay, that's why without data types, then also it is creating a huge problem. In the case of a bank, if you deposit the amount like this, one day you deposited 100 rupees, in another day you deposited 300 rupees. In one day itself you will become a millionaire. Okay, so I mean like this, your balance is like this. Okay, and if you deposit one more 500, see how your balance is growing. As a customer you will feel very happy. But what about the bank? It is creating a lot of problem or not? So data types is most important. Separating the data is most important. Apart from these languages, before developing C language, we have third generation programming languages also. Those are also called as high level languages. Third generation languages like COBOL, Fortran, etc. But these languages also are unable to develop the operating system, and moreover, these languages are used to develop these specific applications only. They cannot develop any type of application. So they are able to develop only specific applications. For example, if you see the COBOL, COBOL is also called as, I mean its full form is Common Business Oriented Language. Common Business Oriented Language. In the name itself meaning is there, it is useful to develop the business applications only. Common Business Oriented Language, COBOL means Common Business Oriented Language. So it is used to develop only business applications. By using COBOL, we can develop only business applications. Business applications. But by using Fortran, its full form is Formula Translation. Formula Translation. So by using this, we can develop scientific and engineering applications only. Scientific and it will be used in scientific and engineering applications. Scientific and engineering applications only. So if you are using these languages, by using these languages, we can develop specific applications only. COBOL is mainly used for business applications, developing the business applications, and it is mainly used for developing the scientific and engineering applications, where they are using the formula translations. Okay, so that's why these languages cannot develop any type of application. Not only, the reason not only to develop the operating system and to overcome the another problems also related to existing languages, so they cannot develop any type of application. So to overcome all these problems, then in the year 1972, Dennis Ritchie has developed a language whose name is C language. By adding, C is not a new programming language. By adding some of the features to the existing language, B language, they developed C language. But what are the features missing in the B language? They are not supporting powerful data types, pointers and files. So by adding these three features and some other features to the B language, they developed a C language. Okay, so in the year 1972, C language was developed by Dennis Ritchie at AT&T Bell Laboratories. AT&T Bell Laboratories of USA. What is the meaning of AT&T? It is the laboratory name, American Telephone and Telegraph. Okay, so like that the C language was developed. You may ask one doubt, why they have given the name as C only? Just nothing, just small sentiment. The language names itself are starting with alphabetical letters A, B, and after that C language. But after C language, the sentiment was changed. C++, Java, .NET, etc. Some other languages came. So like that, then nothing special on that, as it was developed after B, and moreover, by adding some features to the B language, they developed the C language. That's why they have given the name as C. Okay. So C language. By using C language, now it is a time to develop the operating system software, and by using C, we can develop any type of application. So it is also called as general purpose programming language. Why? Because C is a powerful language using which we can develop any type of application. That may be a business application, that may be a scientific and engineering application, or that may be any kind of other application we can develop by using C. That's why C is also called as general purpose programming language. Okay. So now you understood how the C language was developed. Now starting C language compiler is a DOS based compiler. C language compiler is a DOS based compiler. DOS means what? It is also a operating system. CUI, also called as character user interface. DOS means disk operating system. The first operating system in the market was MS-DOS, Microsoft disk operating system. Okay. So the first server in the market is Unix. Okay. So by using B language, they are able to create the earlier versions of Unix operating system, but it was failed because it is not supporting important concepts. Now by using C language, in the year 1973, Unix server was developed. As a operating system to develop the to interact with the hardware components. Okay, the Unix server operating system was developed. Now in the year 1978, so starting C compiler is a DOS based compiler. So what they did is, some of the scientists like Brian Kernighan, Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie. So combinedly they developed, by adding Unix server features to the C compiler, they developed a Unix based compiler. they added Unix server features to the C compiler, which was a DOS based compiler, and they are calling it as Unix based compiler, and it was named as K&R compiler. K&R compiler. So it is also Unix based, also called as Unix based compiler, but it is not becoming it's not became very popular. Okay, so later in the year 1987, Borland company, a company whose name is Borland, has taken the copyrights on the DOS based compiler, and developed it has taken the rights on the DOS based compiler and released the C language as Turbo C. In the year 1987, Borland has taken the copyrights from the DOS based compiler and released in the market as Turbo C. Don't worry about the terms Turbo C, ANSI C, Borland C, etc. Only the company, as per the copyrights and as per some modifications, they have given the names, but you need not get the confusion. So Borland has taken the copyrights from the DOS based compiler and released it in the market as Turbo C. Now after, in the year 1989, this K&R compiler was recognized by ANSI committee, which is a standardization committee. Its full form is American National Standard Institute. ANSI committee. ANSI means American National Standard Institute. So it will give the standardization approval. Okay, and it has given the standardization to the K&R compiler and released in the market as ANSI C. It has given the standardization. Officially, it was approved by ANSI committee, which belongs to USA, American National Standard Institute. Okay. After that, in the year 1990, ISO, International Standard Organization, has given the quality certification to the C language, ANSI C. So as it has given the quality certification by the ISO, so it is also called as ISO C. Or you can say ANSI or ISO C. In between, so many other languages also developed, but our focus is how C language was developed. That's why I am focusing on these issues. Okay. So in the year 1998, Microsoft Corporation has taken the copyrights from the Turbo C. Microsoft has taken the copyrights from the Turbo C and modified the compiler as per the Windows specifications and released in the market as Borland C. So in the year 1998, Microsoft has taken the copyrights on the Turbo C and modified the compiler as per the Windows specifications and released in the market as Borland C. Okay. So coming to the conclusion, Turbo C is DOS based, ANSI C is Unix based, and Borland C is Windows based. Okay. Like this, C language was developed. Okay. As the software is updating field, every day some new features are being added and they are releasing the new versions in the market. We need not worry about what is the previous version, what is the next version, what is the after some years what version will be. We need not worry about all those terms. So this is the history of C language, how the C language was developed. I hope you understood how the C language was developed from the scratch. Okay. As a programmer, you should know the internals why the C language was developed. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe and share these videos to your friends and ask them to watch and subscribe. Okay, keep following my videos. Okay, and post comments in the comment section and follow my Instagram page for more updates. Even in the description boxes also I am providing a lot of links. In the end screens also I am giving the important videos. If you are watching for the first time, Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell icon also to get all notifications. Okay, I hope you will follow my videos. Okay, all the best.